you feel, and what do you expect on Sunday? What will it be like for you?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I'm excited to be back on the field, to be playing with this team, and to finally, just be active on that field. So I'm excited about that, and excited to see what we can do on that field.
Chemistry with Dobbs means what to you? I mean, is that just a lot of video work? Is it work on the field after practice? How do you establish that?
I mean, really both ways, just on the field and in the film room. Just going over different plays with him, going over the timing of everything, just like we did with Kirk, and just trying to find that connection that we can find, that we can use for Sunday. So it's been a pleasure, working with him, kind of learning things that I can learn from him, things that he can learn from me, and it'll be better for us when we go out there on that field.
Justin, coaches talked about how they're trying to get you work with all the different quarterbacks as you kind of ramped up. How much exactly did you get with Josh outside of just this week?
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking with Josh, and of course, before this week, I wasn't really in practice as much, so I wasn't really working with him as much. But I feel like we're going to be good. We're going to be fine as long as he has confidence in me and I have confidence in him.
Justin, do you expect the coverages to kind of go back to the way they've always been, where safeties are going over the top of you, you're getting a lot of doubles, or do you think that'll take a little while for them to feel things out with a new quarterback, new offense?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I said the same thing, but I'm most likely going to get the same coverages I did before. But it's nothing new, nothing that we don't expect. And, we still have the same game plan as moving me around and putting me in different positions to get the ball.
And that's one thing for, I guess, Kirk to have been through that with you and gotten used to it. Is that kind of any type of adjustment for a new quarterback when they're seeing defenses react to you that way for the first time?
I feel like Josh is a smart enough quarterback to read the defenses and choose when he throw me the ball and, see the double teams and the single highs and all of that. So, I mean, we go over that every single day. We kind of prepare for that to happen throughout the game. So I feel like we're well prepared in that aspect of things.
When you say you feel pretty good, Justin, do you have the explosiveness that you had, pre the injury on October 8th?
Of course. If I didn't, I wouldn't be playing. So that was the main focus into getting back on the field, is to having that same explosion, having that same power, having that same speed as I did before the injury.
Justin, is this the longest you've ever missed of a season in your football career?
I missed a little time in high school. That was probably a little longer for a broken elbow, but I didn't really play. I wasn't on varsity, wasn't a key factor into the team. So ever since then, this has been the longest I have been out.
Now that you can look back, now that you're back and look back on it, what has it felt like to be kind of disassociated from the daily grind?
Yeah, it sucks. It's kind of terrible. It's a terrible feeling. Just feeling hopelessness. For not being on the field. The fans expect you to come out and play every single week. Teammates expecting you to come out and play hard every single week. So it's tough being on the sideline and switching roles into more of a coaching role. But I'm finally back now, and I'm very, very excited to be back on the field.
Just the first time in practice, you ran a go route and just let it rip. Like, how did it go, and what's going through your mind?
Yeah, you kind of got to go through the mental stage of things. You got to kind of trust that my hamstring is back to where it was before, or even stronger. So I just kind of have to have that in the back of my mind, just be confident in myself, and just know that I feel myself and feel 100%. So just go out there and just let it all out.
So with the hopelessness, just how did you stay up during?
Say it one time, I'm sorry.
Feeling that hopelessness, how did you stay up and still continue to smile when you got here? And just gotta be yourself. What kept you going?
Yeah, my family, friends, teammates, coaches, and the rest of the training staff that we have in that training room. Every single day, I tell them how much it sucks to be in here, but they hate it that I say that. But I mean, they know that I just want to be back on the field and be back with the team. So it's definitely kudos to them of doing a fantastic job with me this whole process, and knowing when I feel good, knowing when I don't feel good, and knowing when to push things and don't push things. So kudos to them for sure.
Justin, it's obviously a road game, but there's been a lot of talk about how many Vikings fans are traveling for this game. Just how much does that help you guys out when there's a good showing on the road?
Oh, it always helps us out. I feel like our fans travel anywhere. So that's the kind of great thing about this fan base. They always supporting us wherever we go. And it feels like a home game whenever, that the Skull Nation is in that building.
Justin, when did you sort of know, or what day did you feel like you were 100%?
Really was kind of close to the Chicago game. Of course, we didn't want to push it to the point where, we wasn't 100% sure if I was going to have to, break away from someone and use that extra gear to run away from someone. So we kind of didn't want to push it to that limit. We felt like an extra 2 weeks into things, and I'll feel more comfortable. Of course, working with Josh and the rest of the team in practice kind of help through things.
You talk to Kirk very often, and how's he doing?
I talk to him every single day. Every day he's in that training room trying to get back to where he was before. So to see his spirits and to see that Kirk is never different from what he normally is. He still has that high energy, the funny jokes, dad jokes that he always do. Just having that same type of mindset as he had before is definitely a good feeling to see your starting quarterback in the building and still have that same happy vibe that he always had.
He says that you're a little bit more happy-go-lucky in terms of you can let a play go and he just believes good things are going to happen.
Yeah.
And he internalizes it and he processes it, and it's agonizing to him. And sometimes he wishes he was more like you, and maybe you wish you were more like him. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But explain that. Is that who you are, that it doesn't bother you and things, you just believe something good's going to happen all the time? Or?
Yeah, some things bother me. Depends on what happened, but I'm a person that believes, next play. I can't really focus on the last play that I messed up on or that didn't go my way. I'm more focused on the opportunities that are yet to come later into the game or even the next play. So I always try to keep Kirk into that happy mood during the game, try to be more relaxed, try to be more confident about himself and just let the game play for itself. I feel like our talent is enough that we can just work with, and I feel like good things will happen throughout the game.
I'm sure you had goals for this year in terms of stats and numbers and all that. How have you adjusted those, in your mind for these last 5 games or so?
Yeah, it's been hard to adjust those goals, honestly, to have missed, 6-7 games throughout the season. Especially on the pace that I was going before the injury. It's a little tough, to see, Tyreek going crazy every single week and to see, different people throughout the whole league doing tremendous things. So it's been tough because it's the first season I've been hurt since I've been into the league. So it's tough, but it is what it is. I'm always going to do whatever I need to do to help this team win, and I'll just worry about the individual goals next year.
You would have been right there with him, with Tyreek.
Yeah, hopefully. That was the goal, to get to, at least close to 2,000. But since I got hurt, the new goal is 1,000. So, of course, I want to end every single year over 1,000 yards.
Was there any one particular exercise or form of treatment that you found to be most helpful in getting back to this point?
I feel like everything that we did was a little piece of getting back to where I needed to be. There's so many different things that you can do to strengthen out the hamstring. And, of course, you can't just strengthen out one hamstring. You got to work on both, and you got to work on your whole entire body. Of course, you can't go 6-7 weeks without doing upper body. So there's a lot of things that play into it. And just goes back to the training room being a fantastic job of handling me and putting me through the work.
You've talked highly before, kind of about the mutual respect with you and Devontae. Is it fun to see him before, after games like this? Obviously not on the field at the same time, but.
Oh, it's always fun to see him on and off the field. Honestly, he's a fantastic player. I always watched him growing up and seeing him in Green Bay. I always watched his releases, his route running. So I've always been a fan of Devontae ever since I could run routes. So it's been a pleasure to really follow behind him, to really learn from him, and to see the good things that he do every single week, even though he's getting doubled and tripled just like I am. So it's always cool to talk to him and chop it up with him. But he's definitely one of the best in the game.
What is your biggest motivation down the stretch?
Shoot, we trying to get to a playoff and get to the Super Bowl. I mean, the individual stats are not there for me this year, but it's more about winning for the team, more about doing things for the team to help out. Of course, I had to do the sideline adjustment, but now it's more about getting on the field and helping this team out any way I can. Thank you. I appreciate it.